It is entirely possible to earn a massive salary, drive a luxury car, and have less money to your name than a broke college student. High income guarantees cash flow, but it does not automatically build wealth. This balancing scale represents the single equation that dictates your financial health. Net worth equals your assets minus your liabilities. That equation is constantly under attack. Invisible forces like inflation steadily erode your purchasing power, while lifestyle creep and compounding interest actively add weight to the money you owe. Securing your financial future does not require pulling in a massive executive salary. It requires taking direct, mechanical control over both sides of this scale. Financial literacy is the systematic process of shrinking your liabilities to near zero, while aggressively stacking assets that appreciate over time. This pie chart illustrates the 50-30-20 rule, a baseline budget for controlling cash flow. It divides your after-tax income into 3 strict categories: 50% for fixed needs, 30% for discretionary wants, and 20% channeled directly into savings and investments. By auditing that 50% needs category, making calculated downgrades to your rent, transportation, or grocery costs, you generate surplus cash. That surplus can immediately be pushed into the 20% savings bucket. But saving cash is useless if you are leaking it elsewhere. An installment loan, like a fixed-rate mortgage on a house you can afford, acts as leverage. Bad debt, however, is an active drain on your net worth. Consumer revolving credit is the most dangerous form of bad debt. When you swipe a credit card, you borrow money without a fixed repayment schedule, meaning you can continuously roll that debt over from month to month. This bar chart demonstrates the mathematical trap of revolving credit. An average credit card charges an annual percentage rate approaching 28%. A small, unpaid balance violently escalates month over month as the interest compounds on itself. Holding a high-interest consumer balance mathematically guarantees your net worth will drop. Eliminating that debt is the absolute first priority of financial literacy. In this archival photo, customers wait to deposit their cash into traditional bank accounts. This represents saving. Saving secures your money for 3 to 6 months of emergency expenses, but traditional bank interest rates rarely outpace inflation. To grow wealth, you have to invest. Buying into a broad index fund like the S&P 500 exposes your capital to the historic growth of the largest companies in the market, allowing you to build assets over decades. This line graph maps 2 investors. Miguel contributes $25 a month early in his career. Jasmine waits 10 years, then contributes $50 monthly. After 40 years, Miguel finishes with $168,000, beating Jasmine's $147,000. His early start allowed his earnings to compound. Time in the market is the single most important multiplier for building assets. Compounding interest accelerates, but it requires decades of runway to work effectively. Securing a high net worth is rarely a product of perfectly timing a stock trade. It is the result of getting your capital into the market as early as possible and refusing to interrupt the compounding process. A perfectly balanced equation can still be wiped out overnight. A medical emergency or an at-fault car accident can trigger a massive liability, making insurance a necessary mathematical shield for your assets. You also have to shield yourself from expensive cultural assumptions. Looking at this sprawling grid of suburban homes, it is easy to assume that buying real estate is the only path to financial security. Mortgages carry heavy, hidden liabilities like property taxes, compounding interest, and constant upkeep. Depending on local market conditions, renting a cheaper apartment and consistently investing the cash difference can yield a significantly higher net worth over time. Relying on default safety nets is another risk. As this Social Security card highlights, government programs designed to supplement retirement income may yield very small returns by your 60s. Financial literacy means understanding the mechanics behind these systems. When you know how money behaves, you can make calculated decisions to slowly build your wealth. Start today. Calculate your exact net worth. Audit your last month of bank statements against the 50-30-20 rule. Then, automate a monthly transfer into an investment account to activate compound interest immediately.